Welcome to IELTS Listening. Today we study IELTS 19 Test 3. Part 1, Local Food Shops. This part has 10 questions. All note completion. Each blank takes one word and or a number. All questions use keyword location. Watch out for correction tricks and spelling traps. 3 key strategies. Predict word type from blank, listen for keywords, watch numbers, and spelling. This is a conversation between friends. Leon gives Shannon advice about local food shops. The first topic is about the fish market location and opening hours. It covers questions 1 to 3 from turns 1 to 5. The second topic talks about the organic vegetable shop. It covers questions 4 to 7 from turns 5 to 7. The third topic covers other shopping details and prices. It covers questions 8 to 10 from turns 7 to 9. The heat map shows questions 1 to 3 in the first topic, questions 4 to 7 in the second, and questions 8 to 10 in the third. Look out for correction traps, for example, time being corrected, and spelling traps, shop name spelled out. Now we go into the question-by-question explanation. Please pause the video and try to predict each answer first. Question 1 asks what kite place is near. You need to write the name of a place. The keyword in the question is near the. Listen for the area by the harbor in the recording. The recording directly says the area by the harbor, so the answer is harbor. Just copy the word as you hear it. Final answer, harbor. Remember the spelling H-A-R-B-O-U-R. Question 2. You need to find what you cross. Predict a place or object, pause, and guess. The keyword cross may be paraphrased to go over. Listen for kite place as a signal. The speaker clearly says, go over the bridge. Bridge is the answer. Write it exactly as heard. Answer filled, bridge. Blue fill animation. Question 3 asks for the best time to arrive before. This is a time figure. Listen for the anchor word by, which indicates a deadline. Find the third turn where Leon speaks. The recording says, get there by 3.3, directly giving the answer 3.3. Watch out for the earlier close at 4. That might confuse you. The answer is 3.3. Remember to include the decimal point. Question 4 asks for the name of the shop. The blank is after called, so we predict a proper noun shop name. Please pause and try to listen on your own. The clue word is called in the audio. Leon will mention an organic shop's name. Listen for the name. Leon says it's called Rose. The answer is Rose, directly extracted, no format change needed. Fill in Rose. Remember capital R, it's a proper noun. Question 5. Look for a large, outside. The blank is after look for the large. You need a noun for a sign or marker. The clue words are look for the large and outside. In the recording, Leon says big sign on the pavement, which matches the question. Leon says big sign on the pavement. The word sign is the answer. It directly matches large sign. Don't be distracted by restaurant earlier. So the answer for question 5 is sign. Capitalize it as a proper noun in the note form. Question 6. We need to fill an adjective to describe the color of the minibus. This is a direct dictation question. Pay attention to what color goes before minibuses. From the conversation, Leon is introducing features of the minibus. He says, it's purple, so we need to hear the word purple. In the audio, directly says, it's purple, so purple is the answer. Be careful not to be misled by the number 289 later. The question asks for the color, so the answer is purple. Fill it into the blank. For question 7, you need to fill in the name of a specific type of seaweed. Pause the video now and try to predict the answer. The note says a handful of, and in brackets it says type of seaweed. So the answer is a specific seaweed. Listen for the name in the recording. In the recording, Leon asks, have you ever tried samphire? And then explains, it is a type of seaweed. So the answer is samphire. Write it exactly as you hear. Spelling, S-A-M-P-H-E-R-E. So the answer for this blank is samphire, a type of seaweed. Now it fills the blank. Question 8 appears. The blank in the note is highlighted. You may pause to guess the answer. The question says ah for dessert. You need a fruit. First you hear mango, but the speaker says no. Leon suggests mango, but Shannon says, I'm not sure. They're not always ripe. This shows she doesn't want mango. The distractor mango is crossed out, and the correct answer, melon, is highlighted. Prefer shows the final choice. Fill in the blank. Melon. Spelling, M-E-L-O-N. For question 9, the blank comes after spices and. So you need to listen for a common curry ingredient mentioned after spices. Focus on what Leon says after spices. The phrase, things like, will introduce the answer. The audio directly says coconut, so copy it exactly. Spell it, C-O-C-O-N-U-T. Confirm the answer, coconut, in its singular form. Question 10 is the last blank in the notes. You need to fill in a flavor of tart. Be careful, there may be a distraction in the conversation. Keywords, tart. The question asks, a tart, what flavor of tart? Locate turn 3 of the conversation. Leon says, the best are the strawberry ones. That's exactly the answer we need. Watch out for the distraction. Shannon first asks about chocolate cake, but Leon says not that, and then says the best are strawberry. The correct answer is strawberry. Fill in strawberry. Spelling S-T-R-A-W-B-E-R-R-Y. Now, let's summarize the tricks and key vocabulary. The first trick, format trap. When the audio gives numbers or times in spoken form, you must write them in written format. For example, 125 becomes 125. For example, question 3, the audio says 140, so the correct answer is 140, not 140. Avoid writing the spoken words. Now we move to vocabulary summary to consolidate the listening words. Here we summarize the answer words for all 10 questions, focusing on spelling and format. Question 1 answer, Barton. Capital B, spelling B-A-R-T-O-N. Question 2 answer 07789. Write the number directly. The digit 0 can be said as O or 0, but keep 0 in writing. Question 3 answer 140. Remember, format conversion, spoken 140 becomes the number 140. Question 4, answer May 22nd. Capitalize the month. Write the date as a number with ordinal abbreviation. Question 5, answer 4:30. Write hours and minutes with a colon, both in 2 digits if needed. Question 6, answer Church Road. Capitalize the first letter of each word in a street name. Question 7, answer SW1A 1AA. Postcode, mix of letters and numbers, all in capitals. Question 8. Answer single quote info at example.com. Note the positions of at and a, all lowercase. Question 9. Answer 304. Extension number, write digits directly. Be careful with similar numbers like 30 or 304. Question 10. Answer 48. Simple number. Be careful with pronunciation, 48 versus 14. That's all for this intensive lecture. Remember, format traps often occur with numbers, times, and money. Practice converting spoken to written forms. Good luck on your test!